like incredible like all these people are, and you think how like the good stuff you've helped people with, and you think of just like all this like this great stuff and shit. Fuck. It's weird, dude. I'm getting almost teary. I'm like, fuck.
Okay, let's rewind back. This is Robett Hollis. Now, I would start by asking a question that he would normally ask at a panel.
Please put your hand up. Until about a minute ago, you had absolutely no idea who I was whatsoever. Please look around, and I'm humbled. So good.
Alright, so in a nutshell, Robett used to be a professional snowboarder, started up a media company, Frontside, around the time that YouTube just started, and produced online video content for big brands. He also started a co-working office space called CoLab NZ, which expanded to become New Zealand's largest co-working workspace in over 10 locations. He ran both those companies for the last decade, and at the end of last year of 2018, he exited both his companies. So that's him in a nutshell, and to introduce me, I'm Suggie, and I'm a filmmaker. So Robett and I linked up for a good mutual friend a couple of years ago, and it was only a few months ago when I just released my 2019 plans that I got a message from him saying, do you want to do a couple of projects together? There wasn't much of a direction other than the fact that I was spending 5 days with him and it was going to be complete chaos. As I come to think, yeah, I did have a brief. It was, oh yeah, he kind of just said,
Every time I fly, I think I'm gonna die. Have I been a good person? Have I done the right thing? I always think it. I always think I'm gonna die.
And so I guess that was it. The crazy week began. Alright, so it's about 5:45 in the morning at the international terminal in Auckland, and he just got off a 13-hour flight from the States.
G'day mate, how we going?
Damage?
Oh,
Alright, let's
good to see ya.
Straight after that, we headed right into town for a board meeting.
So gnarly busy that it takes more time, almost weeks and months, to lock in a time that everyone's in the same city. So people think I'm busy. It's like, no, these people are busy.
And then after an hour, we headed back to the airport.
Awesome, thank you very much. Hi, how you doing?
We landed in Christchurch, called an Uber, and went straight to a 3-hour workshop he was running. As soon as that wrapped up, we caught up with a friend for a beer and then went straight back to the airport.
Where are we going now?
Wellington.
Oh.
Next day again, another workshop for 3 hours and then back to the airport.
Alright Robett, what's happening now?
Very excited for what's about to happen. Yes!
Oh mate.
This is what I've been waiting for.
To all the killers and the $100 billers.
It was already an insane week and I got exposed to some pretty incredible experiences.
Just more and more oysters coming out.
It's the big dog.
Crazy. Yeah, I'm damn getting exhausted right now.
Nothing like after a big week getting up at 5 something to get to go boxing.
So how
You're
you just,
fading.
I am definitely fading.
Is it Suggie?
Alright, on to the next one.
Oh yeah, what's up? Where's that?
Going on here.
I'm about to go into a meeting and you're not coming.
Oh, what? So I'm having lunch by myself for the first time on this trip. I don't mind. That's cool, Robett. That's alright. Got myself a beer, because why not? There they are. Oh, hey guys.
We weren't here.
Yeah.
So, how do I unpack the week? You both knew it would be more than just a documentation of what a Kiwi entrepreneur's week would look like. I think in general we all know that someone like Robett has a crazy schedule and has so many things going on at once. For those that know him or follow him online, they'll know that he produces a lot of small social media content that he releases under his social media platforms. And let's just say there was a certain theme to these.
Everybody, Robett Hollis here. Stuff that.
Everyone's like, flippin' just want to
Flippin' done nothing. Bullshit. Just flippin' sack up and go do it. Stuff that. Like a flippin' povo.
Yeah, and I remember one of his friends that week said this to him. Everyone sees you, but no one gets you. And before the week I was with him as well, I kind of had that perception too of like this dude who's crazy, passionate, and just gets shit done. Throughout the time that I was with him, one of the things that really resonates with him that he always shares is that his mother, when you're growing up, his mother would always say, if you don't stand for something, you'll fall for anything. So I noticed across all those videos that he's released and just all the discussions that I've had with him, he sticks to his guns, and that's what I love. But even with that preconceived idea, I still saw that. Even after spending almost 24/7 with him. I have to admit, I was a little nervous meeting up with him at the airport. I mean, I wasn't relaxed, and I was thinking in my mind, holy shit, like there's this guy who has achieved all these things, and I'm about to hang out with him for the next week or so. And I remember having this feeling where I have to be very serious and straight, and I've got to act very professional all the time. I mean, in my mind, it's like, this is a guy who just sold both of his companies at the age of 33. But I realized immediately though, that he's just like any of my other friends.
Missing something.
Oh, what's that?
Oh, wait. Yo! We're friends! Yeah, we're friends! Yes! Tesla cousins!
How are we feeling? Let's go through
getting warmed up. This is the champion. What was it last time?
I think 75.
75 oysters.
The fact that he's opened his arms and let me into his inner circle and has just brought me into these huge meetings was just crazy, but in a way just so grateful for. And I know that there's so many people in his position that wouldn't do that at all. I mean, even on one of the days he invited a fresh out of high school student who had just won the Young Innovators Award and allowed him to shadow him for the day.
So I just wanted to just give me a quick lowdown.
Yeah.
Like, what's been like shadowing Robett today?
It's been crazy, the first hour, closed 2 deals, and I'm kind of like sitting there in the corner, just listening to everything going on. He knows how you should approach a deal. He knows how you should start the conversation off with someone when you're trying to teach them something, so you don't just go in and start teaching them stuff because you don't have the respect yet.
And yeah, not only was I getting really cool experiences and going to these different events and meetings and just meeting all these incredible people.
And so, will I be seeing a side that no one else really sees, but we don't really usually see?
This will be the expose that you're after, that's for sure.
Yes!
Right. Supposedly I pushed this button,
Yeah.
shit happened.
But it was, throughout the week, a huge learning experience for me. And as I was learning as well, I was slowly understanding more and more of Robett's core values that he brings to his life, which was incredible.
I just always think, like, everything I've always created has always been a byproduct of helping someone. Like, Frontside was because my buddies were getting screwed and overpriced on shit which should have been way less, and I got pissed and I was like, stuff that. The action sports business was like, I wanted a third-party, non-conflicting entity to help money come into the sport to create content to help it. Collab was, I think it would be awesome to get like-minded individuals in the same spot. The commerce was always a byproduct. Be a good human, help other humans, try to be not a dick about stuff, and if you can add value, do it.
I could tell that was where Robett truly shined, was he cares so much about people and building that connection with anyone. And throughout the week we bumped into so many people we knew, and every time they saw each other it was always a genuine excitement, you never got the sense of them being starstruck or anything of that nature. You can tell that he'd built these real relationships over the years with these people that he knew and became really good friends with them. And you always got that sense of they were just catching up and just picking up where they left off. And so being in that environment and feeling that vibe and energy was so rewarding. awesome learning experience to have. And you know, as I got to hang out with him more and more, he still has a fierce nature.
So you know what pisses me off about that? New Zealand needs to know who he is.
Yeah.
No one's ever said it to me before. No one's ever got me to think that way before. No one's been as brutally honest about certain things which I know with what I can do with my life. And I'm just sitting here now, I'm like, fuck.
But what I realized though is more the fact that he's just truly authentic to himself, which was awesome, and that his authenticity is also coated in kindness, and he's very heartfelt, and also he can be vulnerable as well.
I got paid $300 to be an actor for a day. And the actor was, I had to do this character on a TV show that was an Italian exchange student called Antonio. And I found the footage, so I'll push play, and no one's ever seen this.
And through all this as well, I feel like I really got to the root of how his mind works and how he's driven. And it's this idea of, for him, it's how can I help people?
When you're with a good human and you spend enough time, you get a moment. And as soon as you get one moment, it unlocks flipping everything. And right at the end there, that last minute, we hit the moment and all of us were just like, yo! That's the shit. And you could never do that if you just had a whiteboard session in the office at 10 o'clock. You have it when you're with good human, and that spark of inspiration at that exact time, that is the shit. Hell yeah, I'm flipping pumped. That was good.
And that's one of the most incredible things I learned from him, and what everyone should strive for is that despite all his successes by selling his companies and creating a huge name for himself on LinkedIn and all these other social media platforms, is that they're only the byproduct of what his true intentions and values are and who he really is, and that is helping other people and trying to make it a better place for others.
It's weird, dude. I'm getting almost teary. I'm like, fuck. You think how grateful you are. You think how amazing your life is. And you think how incredible all these people are. And you think how the good stuff you've helped people with. And you think of just all this this great stuff and shit. Fuck. It means a lot for me. It genuinely means a lot that I can help people and do things, and it just it stuffs me up, man. Because I know that shit that I'm doing is gonna have an impact. Shit that I'm doing is gonna help people. And so if I always think about dying. If I die, I'm gonna be I'll be okay. And it's I've given it a good nudge. So yeah, that's me.